back with another episode of the DJs Need Love 2 podcast. I go by the name DJ Monae.
I'm DJ Battio.
We have a very special guest in the building today. We have the beautiful DJ Stormy
DJ
in the
Stormy.
building.
What's up, people? What's up? And I give it back to my girl, DJ Monae. She's the beautiful one, y'all. Let me just tell y'all. That's my girl right there.
In the building. I
We
am lucky.
appreciate you for coming on the show. So tell me, where is DJ Stormy from?
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm born Trini to a Guyanese mom, Trinidadian father. Grew up in New Orleans, though. So New Orleans is home, but I'm a born Trini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So based on
Hey, Guyana.
so bouncing off that question, what got you started in DJing?
Oh, well, in DJing, man, let me tell y'all, I've been in a music family. Gosh, my mom was singing with the Mighty Sparrow back in the Caribbean, Calypso.
Wow.
Then she had us, so she had to give it up.
Yeah.
So I've always been influenced by music in some shape, form, or fashion. So it's always been in my blood. And then now growing up in New Orleans, that's like a melting pot of like jazz and bounce music and just a little bit of everything from the Southeast. You know, the Cash Money, the No Limits, like that's where like that's where it's at. And then now living in Atlanta. So for me, I was like always in the music industry. I did it on the business side. I brokered deals for local New Orleans artists when record deals was popping. I'm not gonna say what year because then I'm gonna give my age away because I'm only 35.
There you go.
35.
Yeah, man. And then so in 2014, I said, you know what? I missed the music aspect of it because I came here with Hurricane Katrina.
Okay.
And so I didn't know anybody in Atlanta in 05. Like I started all the way over. I couldn't cut any lines in the club, like nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't get no free drinks, no free entry, no nothing. And in 2014, I'm working my corporate job and I'm like, I'm missing something. I'm doing great in all aspects of my life, but I'm missing something. It's not fulfilling me. And I got back in music and I didn't start out DJing, but I did drop an EDM album. So I started off in EDM. Then I was like, you know what? I am not competing with these young chicks trying to bust it wide open and talk about this and that on the radio and just talking about all this, you know, things that I don't want to project on the little girls or the young women that's following me. And so I had to make a decision not to be an artist. And I was like, okay, so what's next? DJing. I already had my equipment and everything, so that's how I got started. But I got started as an EDM DJ. That's the crazy thing. That's how I got my man. That's how I got my notoriety real quick. At that point in 2015, there were female DJs, but not a lot of us. It was more male dominated in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I just feel like I needed a niche and I couldn't be like everybody else. So EDM was the way. Yeah.
So bouncing off of that, your response to that question, how do you feel like female DJs have evolved since you first moved to Atlanta?
Oh man, I feel like female DJs has literally kicked the door wide open.
Have you guys taken over?
So
just put it out there, yes or no?
So here's the thing. I would say female DJs are taking over. I don't think there's any competition between male and female DJs, but I do feel like females listen to music a little bit differently than males, especially when it comes to R&B and stuff like that. I feel like our way of analyzing music and breaking it down and how we feel emotionally tied to the music is a little bit different than males.
So do you feel like it's easier for us to read a crowd because we listen to music differently?
You know, I would say the best DJs out there that rocks a crowd are males, right? Because they've been doing it for a long time. I also feel like, honestly, we don't pay attention enough because we don't play for the crowd. Sometimes we play for ourselves because we're emotional beings. So that is something we have to be very conscious about is, okay, I know I love this song or I love this music or I love this here, but I got to make sure I'm taking care of the crowd. Right. So we do get kind of caught up a little bit. I know I do. I'm speaking for myself. I see it happen with other females as well. We get caught up in what we want to hear, what we want to play kind of thing. So yeah, you know, it's kind of risky.
It is. So let me ask you this: being from New Orleans, how do you feel? Is the Atlanta music better? Is the ATL trap better than that New Orleans bounce?
Man, let me tell you, it's two separate things. So when I was in New Orleans, literally when I went to college at Alabama State, I literally only listened to New Orleans music and crunk music, period. That was the two.
I find out from people when they come out here and they say they're from New Orleans, they just want to hear their music. And they just want to hear their music.
Well, you know, I love my music, right? But growing up in the music and then now being a DJ and an entertainer, it's like, it's hard for me to stick with any one genre of music. Yeah. I have to expand my mind. Like, my mind won't take it. It becomes like overload. Like, if I listen to house music for longer than 30 minutes, 25 minutes, I will drive myself crazy. The same thing with New Orleans bounce music. Same thing with crunk music. Like, I can't do anything for a long period of time because as DJs, we're trained to transition throughout different types of music throughout our set. That's why I will never, ever, I will call whoever wants to do the set. I will give them extra money to do a full trap set. Like, I can't do it.
You want to be able to be diverse? Format.
Yeah, I got ADD, so I can't just stick with one thing.
Okay, so when you first, I know you said you started off as an EDM DJ. Yeah. When you first started getting into the hip hop, R&B form of music, did you have anybody to help you with that, or you kind of just?
So I would say, well, first of all, I'll tell you guys, no lie, I had to go the EDM route because if I didn't make a name for myself, I wouldn't even be able to play what I wanted to play and what I really love, which is like that 2000s era. Like, that's my era of all rap, R&B, soca music, just everything in that era. That's me. And for me, I feel like playing that type of music is what got me here today. Lil Jon was like a silent mentor to me. DJ E-Class, I always went to Flip Flop Sundays and listened to his set. He's from New Orleans as well. And DJ Mars, they play all types of music. They are not scared to play Prince and then rock out Cheryl Lynn and then go straight into some Gucci Mane,
like
right? They know how to transition the music. They know how to play for the crowd. And a lot of DJs are very scared. So I would say looking up to them, listening to them, and being very critical about it helped me become who I am today, seriously.
Let me bounce off a more question. Do you feel like in order to be rich in DJing, you have to be an EDM DJ?
See, I'm gonna get backlash for this.
Genres.
I'm gonna get backlash, but yeah.
I mean, I said it. I wanted to say it without saying it, so I said it like that.
It's really sad though. Like, if you really think about it.
Let's talk about it.
And let's talk about this. The top DJs, and I got backlash for, I was on another interview and they asked me who's my top 5 DJs, and I was very specific. I said, do you want hip hop DJs or do you want all genres? They said all genres. And I listed my top 5, and David Guetta and Steve Aoki was in there, right?
Okay.
And the reason why I did is because they make like $750,000 a show minimum.
Marshmello too.
Yeah.
Marshmello,
a show.
Yep, that's what it's about. Getting flown out, getting your stuff taken care of, and because you're the entertainer.
They ain't got to worry about nothing.
Yeah, but here's my issue though. Here's the real issue. In their sets, most of them play hip hop. They play hip hop.
But don't they produce EDM music too though?
Yes. So a lot of their sets are produced. I will say that. But a lot of the stuff that get them rocking and rolling, they play hip hop. They play the Futures. They play the Gucci's. They play hip hop music. They play the Migos. Like, that is how they intertwine our culture with theirs. But yet we get paid. I'm not sure about like Flex or Drama, how much they get paid per show. But I'm sure it's not close to $1 million.
It's not the hip hop.
John was very smart the way that he did it.
Definitely.
He did not lose his style. He did not lose what was organic to Lil Jon, and that's why I did what I did. I did like a hip hop infused EDM album. It was more energetic, something that you could work out to, kind of like party hard. But Lil Jon didn't miss that at all.
They can't. I mean, they can't.
Flocka too.
Yeah, Flocka messed with it.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of hip hop artists are going more towards that pop sound now to like.
Because we want to be rich too, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, like, if you call yourself a DJ, you want to have that DJ title, you don't want to do nothing else but DJ, you want to make the money doing it, right?
Man, let me tell you, from an artist or a DJ, it doesn't matter. We just have to be very diverse in our approach.
Talk about
because, I mean, look at Nicki, right? Nicki just jumped on, was that Nicki or Cardi? Just jumped on the FIFA.
Cardi.
Yeah. I was like, That song is crazy as heck.
Oh, the new.
No, it was Nikki.
Okay.
Yep, for the soccer
Yep.
theme song. She jumped on there with 2 international artists. But do you know how much she probably got paid for that one song?
She got that check.
probably will never get played on our radio stations,
Yeah.
right? Because it's very cultural, right?
Yeah.
But she got money. She probably got more money than she got paid doing a song here in
Yep.
the US. It's crazy.
It's crazy. We got to figure that out.
Yeah, the international vibe is where it's at. Even if you go to like Dubai and Africa or Nigeria, like our money is
DJs
no
are the
money
main
for them.
attraction
Yeah.
over there too.
It's no money. And that's why 2023, I already said it in 2022, that 2023, I want to go real international. I want to really get involved in the Africa scene. I really want to get to Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Like that's what I want to do. I've been to Greece. I saw
Why I
that.
look up to her, man.
Super dope.
Super dope.
Man, no. Let me just tell y'all the truth. I'm so proud of this girl. You have no idea.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how many people look up to her.
Come on, then, y'all. Come on, let's go.
Come on,
Let's go.
baby.
DJ
Come on. Come on, my girl don't play. And just
down
for
for
you
that.
to enter this market the way that you did, and I'm flipping it, but you entered this market, did what you did, and it looks like it's overnight for you, but I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. Not everybody has the skills or the ability to do that. And so congratulations to you, for real.
Shout out to Monae.
So let's
For
get
real.
into this first segment. It's called Giving DJs Their Flowers.
Flowers.
I know you just talked about it, but we're going to do 3, if you can give 3 hip-hop DJs
Okay.
their flowers.
Right.
All right. So let me correct myself this time. Kid Capri.
Big Capri.
I think there was some drama when I didn't list him, but you know, it was top 5. Aoki had to get him in there too.
I feel like he's part of the. You got it. He's part of the.
Right, you just gotta say it.
Yeah,
And he rocks the show. But Kid Capri,
Okay.
Jazzy Jeff,
Yeah.
just because he is legendary.
Yes.
To go.
And I don't care what anybody says about anything, but you have to recognize Spinderella.
Yep.
Spin.
Hey,
They got a show coming out.
Yeah.
Shit.
If it wasn't for her, there will be no us the way that we are now. And it should have progressed faster than that.
Okay.
But she held it down for a very long time. Very long time. I know there were other female DJs, but to
Cinderella, yeah.
really have the notoriety
Yeah.
and that platform, she did it for
When
us.
I was coming up, I used to see her on the TVs with
Yeah.
Salt, and I was like, "Oh, it's a female DJ." I was like,
Yeah.
"So I think she was the very first."
Yeah, that's the first one
female
I ever
DJ
seen. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Spin did it for us. She had the platform and she did it for us.
And I think with her, it kind of showed me like it's more than club
Right.
DJing
Yeah.
for females. Like you can really make a career out of it.
Oh yeah, out of anything.
Let's talk.
Like-
let's talk.
Go ahead,
Okay.
babe. Let's
I'm sorry.
talk.
Yeah,
No, let's
go-
talk.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to add in that, you know, she's an amazing soul. I got the opportunity to meet her,
Okay.
and we're good friends now. She's
Let's
super
talk
dope.
Mental health.
Oh gosh, come on
This
now.
is the DJs Need Love 2 show.
It's getting
DJs
hot
go
in
through
here.
a lot. You know, as far as just wanting to be, just getting booked, getting the payment from being booked, getting there. How do you deal with the mental health? And you can include relationships in there, the day-to-day basics of downloading music. How do you check your mental health as a popping DJ right now?
Honestly, I have a schedule. I came from corporate America, which helped me put in structure, and that's why me DJing, I look at it as a true business, even my brand and what I stand for and what I put on social media.
Right.
And so for me, like every Monday is my admin day. Like all invoices, all follow-ups for people that made
taking notes,
requests and stuff like that. If I hadn't gotten a deposit from them, I will do all that stuff on a Monday. So mostly Mondays are all admin stuff. The other piece of it is right now, I get maybe 2 days off to myself from DJing. And so on that Monday, which is normally a Monday, or that Tuesday, I literally stay at home. Like I might go get my car washed, clean up the house and stuff, but I don't move.
Not the music.
Yeah, and even if people are like, "Oh, we got this event, we need you here," and it's like a no. It's a hard no.
It's a hard no.
Yeah, because we have to protect our peace.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize, they think we have a great job. We have an excellent job. But if you're like me, I'm a people person.
Yeah.
So when I'm out there DJing just in the booth and I'm having to hug people and dap them off and
draining.
it takes all of our energy. So when people don't understand why I don't want to stay after my set, I want to go home, it's because it's exhausting. And then for us, I don't know about y'all, but I get off at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and my body's wired to wake up at 6:30. So people think, oh, I could sleep all day. No, I'm right back up. And so for my mental health, those 2 days off, I have to make sure I
Is
take
there any
care
music
of
involved?
myself. No.
Yeah.
No. I don't do any music. I don't do any mixes. I don't do none of that. As a matter of fact, we could talk about mixes. Like, I don't do that either. Like, I used to do that when I first started DJing, and I thought it was very important. And some people could, choose a different answer, but my response is, I'm not doing it. I had it on Mixcloud. I took them all down because everybody was using my stuff for their fitness. And no, if you want to see me, you want to hear me, you gonna pay for me.
Gotta book
Period.
me.
Dot.
Yes.
I mean, let's clap it up for that one right there.
Yeah,
Y'all.
you gotta book me.
So you mean to tell me you have ever walked in, or somebody's walked in like in a fitness place and
Absolutely.
and they called you up like, yo, your mix is going on?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And
DJ
now
Love
I understand why DJs all the time, they put their drops all through their mixes.
You got to.
All through their mixes.
I be getting on more about that. Every song.
Yeah.
Every song.
Yeah, especially if you're doing like radio, internet-based radio, or just putting stuff out there for content. Because you can get paid for it, but it's when everything ramps up.
Yeah.
But in between time, why somebody's going to pay for you if they can just go to YouTube and hit play?
Yeah.
That's right.
And you got to look at it as a business. And some people will disagree with me. I'm sure there's good reasoning why you should do mixes, but I stopped them. I'm sorry. Unless I'm getting paid from a radio station to do the mix show or something like that, it's not out there.
Yeah, it's like if you want that access, like you got to come to me directly.
Yeah.
You can't just get my art from YouTube and think that's cool. Like, nah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with us being in every club or on every flyer, that is not aligned with our brand. We're watering down our brand.
And somebody can steal your style.
Yeah, like
Retail.
stop.
Yeah, you watering it down.
Stop. If you're not getting paid, if you're not aligning yourself or making it align with your brand, stop it. Just to put yourself on a flyer, just stop.
Gems. Just stop.
You got to stop. The owner of Privé at the time, this was years ago, he sat me down. We were at Cheesecake Factory in Lenox Mall, and we were just talking about my brand because I started off in EDM, but I did some little rap stuff, yeah. But it just didn't align with my brand.
Yeah.
So I was always in the clubs and I was always hosting and, getting the bottles and having my girls come out and stuff like that. And he said, stop putting yourself on a flyer. If you're going to go to the club and host, go to the club and host. But I shouldn't see a flyer with you 3 or 4 or 5 times a week with you on a flyer and you're not getting paid for it. He says you're watering down your brand.
Watering down your brand.
And since that, it took me about 3 months to understand, but I started to peel back. And after that, my entire brand, my demand and everything, I just rebuilt everything.
Just gems.
Wow.
Yep.
So everybody wants that fast fame and the celebrity, but celebrity and fast fame does not equal money.
Right.
Period. Period. You can have 1 million followers. I see it now, and 2 people show up to your show.
Yep.
Artists deal with that all the time.
Yeah.
You can look at a Rolling Loud lineup.
Yeah.
You got 1 million streams and only 13 people come.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's serious. It's about loyalty. You got to build your brand. You got to build loyalty. If you don't have that, you have nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
So let's get into this next segment.
Cool.
It's called Would You Rather.
Yeah.
So you get
Y'all got
20
some good
seconds,
stuff.
20 seconds on the clock. Battio is going to ask you a series of questions.
Okay.
You kind of just got to
Fun.
just answer off the top of your head.
Okay.
All right, so you can't think. If you think, I'm going to go to the next question.
Okay.
Trap, let us know when we're ready, Trap.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Scratching or blending?
Blending.
Download or title?
Download.
Radios or the clubs?
Clubs.
Tours or the clubs?
Tours.
Producing or A&R?
A&R.
Cash App or cash?
Cash App.
Regular clubs or strip clubs?
Regular
Car
clubs.
or truck?
Truck.
Headphones, no headphones?
Headphones.
Vinyl, CDJs?
CDJs.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Host, no host?
Host.
That's
Right?
funny.
Oh, yeah. She did good. I hate losing, Mo.
You said heels over sneakers?
Heels, yeah.
Can you
In the club?
Can you tell me why?
Yeah. So part of my brand, right,
Okay.
is that I show up like fully fitted. So I would wear my fedoras or my heels or my boots. Now, when I'm actually DJing, I will have like my Gucci flip flops or my G Nikes.
But
I'll
when
put
you
them
walk
out.
in,
yeah. But when I'm
pictures.
walking in, pictures, the beginning of the set until like an hour in, I'll kind of flip them out.
Now, does that depend on the gig or is that every gig?
I try no matter what type of gig it is to do that.
Yeah.
But it depends on the gig. Like if I'm doing a football game, right, I'm definitely doing sneakers.
Yeah.
For sure. But most of the time, 95% of the time is heels.
Okay.
I want to ask you this question. I'm going to pick on you a little bit with the EDM.
Okay.
Right? A lot of DJs would say EDM, they don't play no, it's not, it's just really just sound and a beat. They just kind of cheating. How do you feel about when people say stuff like that?
You know, I thought so in the beginning because everything kind of sounds alike and they have the same structure of the song, which is the build up, the drop, right?
Yeah, and then it's
yeah. So I feel like it's a little bit easier. I don't care what they say. I feel like it's a little bit easier because they do produce their sets. Okay. Whereas other DJs, well, they shouldn't be producing their sets, but they should go by the vibe, right? They should go by the crowd. Yeah, we all know what song we probably want to start with. And I get that question too. Like people ask me if I go in with like a playlist or 10 songs. I'm like, no. No, I go in with maybe 3 songs, 3 different avenues. I go in 30 minutes to an hour before every party just to sit and vibe. And she's seen it. I'll just come there, sit and vibe, drink, smoke a hookah, just to see where I want to go with the party. And then once I go from that point, that one song, I'll just go from there.
Gems.
So, Battio, can I chime in on that question as well and ask you? So with EDM DJs, a lot of times people will go to the EDM DJs to see their music live. So it's more like, so I know this DJ has this record, and I know he's going to play that in the sets. Versus when a hip hop DJ or any other DJ comes and they're playing off of the vibes, the creation of the sets. So wouldn't you say like that is like the key difference?
It is the key difference, I would say, but we have to look at it this way. You guys asked the question about if they have it easier. I think for the performance, they have it easier. I don't think for the pre-work, they have it easier. Because if they are producing, and most of them are all producers, right? If they are producing their entire 1 or 2 hour set, man, I can't even get a 20-minute mix done in 20 minutes. It take me about an hour to do a 20-minute mix. So they do all the pre-work ahead of time. So, but yes, their actual set, it's a little bit more streamlined than ours.
For sure.
Because it's more structured. But they do a lot of work. They do a lot of legwork before their set.
Yeah, I seen somebody try to program record box before a show, and I was like, I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so you do a lot of festivals and like big concerts. How do you build those relationships to even get put in that position to even be able to be on the big stage?
Good question.
Oh, that's a great question. I would say the first thing that was most important that I think got me in the door was just a brand. Having a very clean corporate brand. One of my first major festivals was Essence.
Okay.
And you know, like they don't play with the BS or the rah-rah. I was very clean cut, like my Instagram, my social media, my following, like all that stuff, it's all brand driven. And so that's the most important thing that I think will get you in the door to have those conversations. Okay. After that, the biggest thing, and I'll tell DJs this all the time, literally do a great job, show up on time, right? Make sure you're doing business all the time. Ask for a deposit. Don't book anything without a deposit. If you're sitting there fighting with the club owner at the end of the night and they never pay you, that's your fault. There's too much money. You don't have to be a club DJ. You could be a wedding DJ. You could be a tour DJ. You could be a radio DJ. You could do your stuff on Twitch now and make $3,000-$4,000 a month. Like, you don't have to do that stuff. So get your business in order. And I think that was the other piece of it, because everybody respected how easy it was. If you email me, I'll literally get back to you, if not in an hour, within 24 hours. And just respond. Like, handle yourself like it's a business. It is a true business.
Okay. So how do you navigate in this business with a lot of male, maybe promoters or club people that's just in corporate? They wanted to book you. So do they come in a different route because you're a female, or do they just come to you straight business?
So the great thing about Atlanta is that I knew most of the promoters, because that's how I got into the business. Okay. So before I even started music again, I actually became a promoter back in 2014. So I needed to learn the backside of the business. I always do that. If I don't understand something, I want to learn it. Right. So I needed to know about the bar and the door percentages and all this stuff. So I became a promoter. So my network was full of promoters before anything else. Ooh, so that was a good
starting point.
A good starting point for me. It made life so much easier.
So before we end out this interview, why do DJs need love?
You know, I would say DJs need love because nobody understands truly what it takes for us to get up there and actually rock a crowd or to not rock a crowd.
Talk about it. That's your camera right there.
So it doesn't matter what you play. If the crowd is just there to smoke hookah and to chill, that is the hardest feeling and the longest minute of my life. I be like, dude, like you go from the turn up song or to the R&B song or to the Afrobeat song and everybody just chilling like, yeah, in a engaged conversation. I'm like, man, that's the hardest thing for me. And then honestly, the energy piece of it takes a lot, especially for me. It's like, I'm an energy person. I'm exhausted. And people think that DJs just do this just for fun. No, DJs do this. And a lot of us do this for our livelihood.
Yeah.
This is my 100% first career. I do this 100% of the time. So we need the love.
This, Stormy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need the love. We need the respect. And stop playing with our money, please.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I do have another question. I was asked this by another female DJ. How do you prepare yourself before you get on the stage to actually host on the big stage? Like, do you have
host like being on the mic or DJing as well?
Being on the mic.
Okay, so being on the mic. I think for me, I could answer it this way. For me, I was never a host person or a mic person. But once I started DJing, I saw that the male DJs, if they didn't have a host, they literally was emceeing on the mic at the same time DJing. So I had to learn that.
Right.
And that is something that is truly, and I'm still learning, and I probably will be learning for the next 10 years. It's an art to it. So the only thing I could say is keep practicing that because now I am getting hosting gigs, right? Which pays completely different, and you don't have to DJ. But most of the time, most of my jobs, going back to the brand question, right? Me learning how to speak on the microphone and controlling the crowd and engaging the crowd. That's part of building your brand. That's part of them always want you back and bringing you back. But you know, if you just DJ and you don't do the mic, that's cool. Just know that you're limiting yourself into that market or that lane. So the more diverse you get is the more opportunities you have. If you only play trap music, that's the only jobs you're going to book. Well, like I can do 1920s parties. I could do Harlem Renaissance parties. I could do weddings.
Big bag
I could do EDM. I could do 90s, 2000s. I could do top 40.
Yeah, big bag.
You know, like we have to be very diverse. So if you limit yourself to one lane, then you're only going to get that one lane of income.
Right.
So what do you have going on for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Whoo, let's see. For the rest of the year, I'm slammed. I will be in Houston this weekend, New Orleans the following weekend. I have my residencies here at Tribeca Buckhead, so you guys can come check me out any Wednesday, any Sunday. I'll be at Tribeca. I am doing New Year's Eve Funk Fest in Miami. It's 2 days in Miami, bringing in New Year's Eve. We got Jeezy, T.I., Mary J.
It's gonna be hard.
It's a dope concert and festival. So I'm gonna be slammed from now until the end of the year, actually till the second week in January, and then I'll be doing Winter Ski Fest.
What about the merch? Yeah, what about the merch?
The merch.
Talk merch.
I used to have the merch, and then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped, because I was just so busy.
Okay.
But 2023, I'm getting back to the merch.
Yeah.
Like I used to do my Stormy hoodies and stuff like that.
That's what we want. DJs Need Love too.
Yeah, you know, and I think I just want to just revamp it and just literally do me. And I would say that, y'all, like literally just selling anything that's associated to your brand and having marketing, man, that's the difference between an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month, because you're not doing anything except doing your job, and then people will go follow you and go to your website. So that's why I have my swimsuit line as well. So I have a swimsuit line called Candy Box Swim. So you guys go check it out, candyboxswim.com.
It's Christmas time, man.
But that's two things I love. I love music and I love the beach and water. So why not do swim?
Why not? Let's close out.
That was another episode of the DJs Need Love 2 podcast. I go by the name DJ Monae.
I'm DJ Battio.
And I'm DJ Stormy. And you can follow me at DJ Stormy Monroe on all your social media.